Hi everyone, I'm Dustin Limburg, the blind Minnesotan. Today we're going to talk about Columbia Heights in northeast Minneapolis. Columbia Heights in northeast Minneapolis, the most important road on that in those neighborhoods is called Central Avenue. And today we're going to go down Central Avenue and we're going to talk about it because Central Avenue is also a good place for University of Minnesota students to stay. So, Central Avenue here on the right side here, this sidewalk will take you all the way to northeast Minneapolis where you can then get onto University and then you can walk down University all the way to the University of Minnesota. And this sidewalk, let me see if I can zoom in here, goes underneath on the left, now it's on the left side, goes underneath Highway 694, and it goes until the neighborhood over there in Fridley, and then it ends. So technically during the summer, if you really want to get exercise, if you live in that neighborhood right on the other side of 694 in Fridley, you can hop on the sidewalk. The sidewalk goes right next to that pillar there by the bridge, and it pops out right over here. And then you end up here by Target, Pond America, the banks, the three banks that are over here. And then on the other side of Central, you'll see the Applebee's, the Menards. The left side of Menards is the main store, and in the middle part of Menards is the garden. And the right side of part of Menards is where they put their leftover stuff. And the live in right here, that's hotel, and that's our version of like a Super 8. So a lot of people that are living off Social Security, living paycheck to paycheck, that's where they live here in Columbia Heights. And as we go down the road, I will also show you too. So now here is US Bank. And then here is our dentist, one of our dentist office, the Columbia Heights Dentistry. We have noodles in here. We have Pizza Hut. I love pizza coming to this Pizza Hut because Pizza Hut has the best lasagna, pasta, spaghetti of the industry. And then Domino's has like the best pizza. So it depends on what you're kind of in the mood for. And then that's Huntington Bank. They're a bank out of Detroit, Michigan. And they're all over Minnesota because they used to be a Minnesota bank. But then a bank in Detroit, Michigan bought them and then turned all their banks into Huntington because Huntington had a better brand recommendation or better brand awareness. So then we have an AutoZone. And then back here behind AutoZone, there's a bunch of basic apartment buildings for U of M students to rent. And then like we have really good Mexican restaurants in Columbia Heights because we have a huge Hispanic community here. Like a massive. And then we have a White Castle on Central, and that's the Planet Fitness. And this Planet Fitness is good here in Central and Columbia Heights because it gives the U of M students some that they're broke somewhere affordable to work out, and seniors too. And then we have a Papa John's pizza, and it's really good pizza. I like to me. I have on Central. There's so many pizza places that it gets overwhelming to choose which one you want. And then you have KFC. And then you have the red-haired Wendy. My grandpa used to run Wendy's up in Alaska, Anchorage, so he used to send us like coupons for ice cream that we could use at our local Wendy's in St. Cloud when I lived up there. We have an Aldi's, and this is all right on the 10 bus. So if like you're in downtown or in Northeast, you can take the 10 bus to all this. And we have an Aldi for the college kids to shop at. We have a Jimmy John's. And then back there, guys, there's a bunch of apartments and a bunch of single family homes, and it goes up a massive hill. And now this is Hilltop Liquor. Now like on this side, on the right side of the road here, you're in Hilltop. On the left side of the road here, you're in Columbia Heights. And Columbia Heights has a bunch of apartments that college students can live in. Let me see. Why is it not letting me go straight? Haha, there it is. And then over here to the left, you have the Jerusalem market. They sell like Middle Eastern food. And see how here's the 10 bus sign. Oh, cool. It took me over here. Okay. And then we have a bakery, Heights Bakery, and then we have a smoke shop. Here in Columbia Heights, smoke shops pretty much mean a place where you can get THC products and marijuana. So a lot of people don't really go there to buy smokes anymore. They just call it smoke shop because the government can't just say you can't just call it buy illegal drugs here, please. So they have to meet with the law, and they can't decide. They can't just say please buy contraband here store. So pretty much THC, you can buy THC there, your marijuana, your gummies, all that kind of stuff. And then we have some Asian grocery stores because we have a big Asian community here. And then we have a Taco Bell, and then we have a Sonic. And then right this Walgreens here, this is on the hilltop side of the road. There is like a minute clinic, and then there's for students to use, and there's a Walgreens, and that building right there is one of the Columbia Heights public schools. It's called Columbia Heights when it's really in Hilltop. And then this bridge helps you get across because this intersection is very dangerous. So thank God they have a... And then here's a Savers. And this Savers helps college students buy things for their dorms for cheap. So they can buy microwaves for their dorms. They can buy lamps. They can buy desks. They can buy clothes. And then you can take the 10 bus right here. And right up there on that hill, that's where the Columbia Heights High School is. And then in this little bucket here, or this little green thing, is where like you can donate stuff to our veterans. So you can donate things to Savers, and you can donate things to our veterans here in the parking lot of Savers. And so it's really, really cool. Wait, let me go back so you can actually see it. So right here, Poja Grocers is an Indian grocery store. So like if you're a college student and you're Indian, you can go to this Poja Grocer. It's right on the 10 bus, and they sell Indian food. And it's they sell like, I go there to get vegetables once in a while because sometimes the grocery stores in Hilltop don't have the vegetables. And be lucky people in India eat the same vegetables are similar to me. So then, I can actually, so I don't mind eating them. And then right here's another restaurant. I never ate there before, so I can't tell you. And then we have all these like an unclaimed freight discount. So there's a store in Hilltop called Hardware Freight, and they sell tools. So unclaimed freight discount, whatever they can't sell at the Hardware Freight, they send here. Unclaimed freight discount. And then handyman or young people who are just buying their first homes or whatever, or people who are renting that need to fix their furniture and stuff, they can come here to buy tools. And Atlas Staffing helps people find jobs. In this building right here, this is a brand new apartment building, and and I looked on pictures online. It's a very good place for University of Minnesota students to stay. I would definitely stay there if I had the money. So this is part of Hilltop. And that burger place over there, let me go back so I can show you better. Oh, really? I go 1 inch and they make it blurry? Okay. And over here, this is the best burger place in Hilltop. It's called the Flip-A-Burger or something like that. Or Flame Burger or something like that. And it's really, really, really good. I don't really know the restaurants in Hilltop. I don't know how to say them because they're in Spanish. So I just go there and I eat and I like the food, so I come back. And these are gray apartments right here. Oh, cool. They used to be white. Okay. Okay, so these white/gray apartments here, these are some basic apartments that we have in Hilltop for like disabled people and college students to live in. It's not pretty. See how like they have like this basic surface lot parking. It's not the prettiest building, but hey, it's someplace where you as a U of M student and all that can live for cheap. And this motel here, let me go back. So I think it's called Starry Motel. I see it all the time, but I never pay attention. Okay, Starlight Motel. This hotel is used where disabled people, low-income people, and homeless people can live. It's kind of hard to explain because during the day you won't see no one here, and at night this whole parking lot gets full. So if like you are like disabled or you're homeless and you're living paycheck to paycheck and you need some place to live, come check out the Starlight Motel. Because like to me, I don't mind homeless people living in hotels as long as they don't damage the neighborhood around it. So here's like the luxury apartments you saw earlier. And here's some basic apartments for college kids and people and all that stuff. And then here's some more gray basic apartments in Hilltop because the right side is Hilltop. On the left side is Columbia Heights. And see how these like all these little shelters for the 10 bus? They'll take you right into Northeast, where like you can take the 6 to go right into the University of Minnesota campus. And over here to the right, you'll see, to the left, you'll see another strip mall. The Your Exchange is a company that lets Hispanic Americans send money down to South and North America. Mexico's North America, but So then their family can use money. And also pretend if like you come with Mexico's money and you need to turn into dollars, you can go there and you can get your money changed too. So they will help you send money to your family and they help you change money. And Jackson Hewitt is a tax person. And then Supreme Tobacco, they do sell groceries, but their groceries are more snacks that taste good with your CBD products. So you can go there and you buy your HTC or THC products and your medical and your marijuana and stuff, and then you can buy also your cigarettes, and then you have like little snacks that you have them with them. I know that because my dad smokes everything he can smoke. If my dad can smoke bleach and not die, he would do it. So, and then this restaurant here, let me turn, it's called Tasty Chicken and Pizza Grills. So this place, there's two restaurants that share a kitchen. And they're two different restaurants. So when you walk in, the left one is for Tasty Chicken and the right one is for Pizza Grill. And this place, the building does look, I'm so used to like Minneapolis, or whatever. So I saw this place, I'm like, cool, this isn't a really good building. But if you compare this building to a building in Blaine, this building does look, but for first ring suburbs and for being close to Minneapolis, the building is decently looking. And this place, when you go in, it's the most basic sitting area ever. The most basic small sitting area ever, and it's because it's mostly just made for the employees to sit and look out this window when they're on their lunch break. But they'll let you sit in their table, and you can look out this window here to this parking lot, and see how back there you can see all the homes. In New York Euro, I've been there like twice, and they sell like Greek food. But just to let you know, it's very spicy. And this is safe McDonald's. And a lot of college kids will go there to study because it's, right on the 10 bus, and it's McDonald's. And then right here is someone's home. Behind there, behind Advanced Auto Parts, so that's why it's blurry. Because people actually live here, and they don't want their homes all over the internet. And then if like you have too much junk, you can put it here in public storage. In my opinion, if you need a storage unit, you have too much junk. And then right down here is the Hilltop Trailer Park. And down here is where Hilltop's Hispanic community lives. And it's very smart because three families will work together to buy a $15,000 trailer house, for example, and they all split the house payment and they all split the property rent. In the trailer park in Hilltop, I looked at it. There's some properties you can rent for $300 a month, and there's some properties you can rent for up to $500 a month. It depends on how much land you want around your trailer. So it'll be kind of like you buy the trailer with three other families, and then you split the lot rents with three other families. You're paying less than like $800 a month to live here. So like the Hispanic families, they will team up with each other, and they'll all buy the trailer house together, and then each one of them will get a room, each family, and they all share like the living room and the kitchen together, and they get to live in this nice place that's better than living in an apartment. They still get yard. They get free parking for their car because it comes with lot rent. And then, and then if whoever can't afford the car in the family can take the 10 bus. And then if you have too much junk, you have public storage right next door. And then you have Peaceful Market here to the Oh, Peace Market. I call it Peaceful Market in my head, but let's see. Is it really good? Oh, yeah, Peace Market. They sell food from like the Middle East, and it's really good food. Like they sell, of course, they sell like tomatoes, grapes. They eat the same stuff we eat. Perhaps, of course, they eat like goat and stuff like that too. But to me, that stuff doesn't really bother me because, as long as the goat tastes good, I will eat it. And then here's like a car repair shop, and it's good to always have access to a car repair shop. It's good to have access to a car repair shop. And over here's another one. Okay, I'm going to take you into that mall because that mall is a selling point. At least for me. When I chose to live here in Columbia Heights / Hilltop, I chose to live here because one of the reasons was because of this mall. So in this mall, if you live in the Hilltop part of the mall, this will be your main shopping area. And this place is called Central Plaza. And you have a home choice. That's going to be your furniture store. You have Hilltop Liquors. That's going to be your another alcohol store. You have Dollar General. So when I come to Dollar General, I normally go there for like non-produce things. Like I want cans of soup, or I want, SpaghettiOs, or I want, phone, like a phone charger for my phone. I will go to Dollar General for that because that's the best choice to get there. And then Mike's Discount Foods, that's a good place for you to get like your produce, like your tomatoes, your grapes, your other things like that. And then tobacco is that's the name of the store, and that's where like you get your CBD, your THC, your cigarettes. And then Cricket. Cricket is like their version of Boost Mobile or Metro by T-Mobile. So Cricket is their version of a discount phone service. So a lot of the Hispanics they go to Cricket because it's right in the neighborhood, and if they have a problem, they can just walk there. And Best Wash Laundromat, because some of the trailer homes and some of the apartments and Hilltop don't come with washer and dryers. And some of them that do, their washer and dryer isn't big enough to do their laundry, like doing bed sheets, or even because sometimes some of the Hispanic families, when 3 families share a trailer house, the washer and dryer that they have is so small that they can't keep up. So then they go to the Best Wash Laundromat that's next to their trailer park, and then they can kind of do 5 or 6 families worth of laundry together. And if you're one of the college students and you don't live in a nice apartment that doesn't have a nice laundry facility in Hilltop or even Columbia Heights in some areas, you can come to the Best Wash Laundromat and you can do your laundry. Happy Nails, that place is gone. This restaurant is a part of the Hispanic grocery store I'll show you in the mall. And this place and the Tasty Pizza, they're both owned by the same owner, but Hanger is just the name of their restaurant, like the one you sit down and you eat in, and Tasty Pizza is their to-go business. And let me go back. Oh, I think this is fine too. And this place right here, the Super Mancodo Pandorala, that's the Mexican grocery store I told you about. And there they sell some very good like desserts. They have a very good bakery where you can get good cake and stuff. They have like a deli. They have like, and they have a little eating area. So after you buy the food from the deli, you can sit there and eat it. But when you go there, everything's in Spanish. So when like you go in there, you might need a Spanish translator to go with you. And hardware freight tools is where they can go and buy their tools so they can do their handyman jobs and stuff. And then here's an ATM. So if because a lot of them they pay with cash, they'll get paid with cash. So some of them, when they get paid in their bank account, they'll come to this Chase ATM and they'll withdraw money and they'll pay with the money. Or if they get paid in cash, sometimes they go to this Chase ATM, insert the money into the ATM, and put in their Chase account. And this is Cricket. And this is where I hang out a lot. Like I hang out at this place a lot. And there's Mike's Discount Foods. I go there a lot to get my produce. And then, so this Tasty Pizza is attached to another restaurant here, and they're owned by the same people. That's your Dollar General. And then this place, this lady here, has a very nice ice cream shop, and she has Mexican and American ice creams in there, and they're very, very good. And this is the Spanish grocery store, and they have and you can get a lot of foods there too. This is the tobacco, and this is like the beauty salon, so you get your nails and stuff done. This is your laundromat. And this business here is no longer here. Right here now, if you see this, it's a big empty spot. But Talent Masters is there, but they help like you find jobs and stuff. But they kind of specialized in like, you know, factory work. Atlas Staffing kind of helps you with nursing, IT, that kind of job. That industry helps you get into like factory work. And see right here, you can see the Hilltop Trailer Park. And see this road right here will take you right into the trailer park. And this right here is an Asian grocery store, and it's not Americanized, so you're not going to find anime characters on their food and stuff. It's made for the Asian community, so it sells the same kind of food that you would find in American Asian stores with like anime characters and on it and stuff. But that one they just kind of just remove it because, you know, it's everyday Asian people don't want to buy food with anime characters on it. And this is where they get their hardware, freight, and tools. This is where they get their tools. And see here, there's a bunch of homes, just a bunch of single family homes. And a lot of the old people in there, they rent their rooms out of their homes. And a lot of Hispanics, African Americans, and University of Minnesota students, they rent out the spare rooms out of people's homes. So if you're gonna move here and you're going to college, you want to if you want to actually live with a nice peaceful old lady or something, you want to and now this is the VFW, so this is where veterans in Columbia Heights and Hilltop hang out. Now like you're in like Columbia Heights. So up here is the backup parking for the VFW, and down here's the main parking. And so when like you go to this VFW, you have to buzz yourself in. So when you walk into the main door here, it's kind of weird. You have to like push a doorbell, and a lady inside with a camera like pushes a button and lets you in. But once you're in, you have to sign like a journal that says, are you a veteran or are you a guest? And then you put down it and you put your name in it because they want to know how many veterans are truly coming and how many guests are truly coming. and they put the doorbell on there so this place doesn't get overwhelmed because there's so many veterans in Columbia Heights and Northeast that this place, if they don't control the flow of people, it will be like overflowing into the parking lot. And their kitchens open on Fridays and Saturdays. So, and the kitchen opens at 5. It goes from 5 to midnight, Saturdays and Fridays. So, in the rest of the days, they just sell alcohol. So, the best days to come to this place is Friday nights after 5 and Saturday nights after 5. If they had their kitchen open all the damn time, I would go there more often. But and then here's another car fixing place. And see how there's like single family homes right on Central? No shame. That's why I like Columbia Heights, because like they will put like a single family home next to a basic apartment building next to a freaking T-Mobile store. And then here's the car wash. I call it the blue ball car wash because it has two big blue balls here. Of course, it's a minister. It ministers, it's a major car wash company that's blue. But I just call it when I'm walking on the sidewalk here, I call it the two blue balls because it's like from the sidewalk you just see two big blue balls. And then here's another tire place, and so that's what I'm saying. If you're a college kid and you're living here on Central, you're gonna be good. And now this is T-Mobile. This is our high income phone store. So we have Verizon down by Target. That's a high income phone store. And then we have T-Mobile. That's a high income phone store. And the rest are kind of for low income people and college students and all that stuff. And this right here used to be the old Sleep Number. And then what happens is they moved down to Blaine. There. So this used to be an old Sleep Number, and the Dollar Tree's no longer here. It's down by Target. But what they're going to do with this land is they knock down this building, and they're going to put like apartments and stuff on this land. So in a few years, you'll be able to live there. And I asked the city hall when are they going to start putting apartments in there. They said they're going to put apartments in this old Sleep Number land starting this summer. So this building right here is going to be a beautiful, beautiful apartment building. Because so then more college students like you guys can come and live here. And this is Red Wing. This is where like you can get your good quality boots. So if like you work outside and you're a handyman, this guy with the black truck is always working there. And then behind here, there's the post office and more single family homes. And this is a daycare place. So you have somewhere to lock up your kids during the day. And this is another tobacco store where you can buy THC products, medical marijuana, snacks to eat with it. And see back there, there's just a bunch of single family homes. And this right here is called Coin Wash. It's another laundromat. So then if like your apartment in Columbia Heights doesn't have a good laundry machine or doesn't have one, you don't have to go all the way to Hilltop on the bus to wash your laundry. Because if you live right behind here, you can just walk right through the grass and do your laundry right here. And then this, and then this, I'm gonna say, the one in Hilltop is mostly Hispanics, and Coin Laundry or Coin Wash here is mostly African Americans because they target two different clients. And that's a good thing. So then everyone has a laundromat made for them. I can tell Google Maps has been not down here lately because that building is bulldozed. But it does look better with actually a lot there instead of how it looks like now. And then there's a business in here, you know, there's Coin Wash. And then I have never been into these stores yet and restaurants yet. And then back there's more apartments and single family homes back there. And that's my holiday. That's where I go get my fatty slushies that make me fat. And then this nonprofit here helps kids get food. So if like you're low income and you have kids and you can't afford food, you can come here. And then this is another car part store. It used to be, this car part store used to be Holiday Gas Station. And then Holiday Gas Station bought the land next door, and the car parts store bought the old gas station. And see this building right here? This is like electronics, not electronic store, but you mean they kind of do like electricity, wiring, that kind of place. Not like phone electronics, but. And then in here there is like, you know, more places, like another massage place to help, because you know, you can't, there's a clothes cleaners, you can't enjoy your life if like you don't have massages, you know. And then, you know, there's a little Mexican grocery store in here. There's a little restaurant. I haven't been to it yet because I keep on forgetting it's in here. You know, you can't go to some place when like you forget that it's not there. And this Allah home caring, it's a Somalian ran home caring service to help you take care of all the old farts who live in Columbia Heights. And see right here, there's like more single family homes, and you mean some of them have a piece, some of them have like businesses in them. Ah, it's blurry, it's blurry. So, and see how there's this bunch of single family homes around here? Okay, this way. I need a... Okay. See right here. Northeast Electrician. Electric. And then here's another car repair shop. And now this right here is the Anoka County Adult Education Center. Right down here. And then there's another dentist office here. This place takes medical assistance to CarePoint Dental. But it's really hard to get into because it's hard to find places that take medical assistance. And there's a tax service in here, mom and pa tax service. Okay, I guess we're going in. And then there's kind of like another dental office, and then here's another tax service. And then if like you're Somalian or Muslim, you want to go to Rug City Plus because that place sells stuff for your community. And I went in there the other day. They sell like very nice carpets. Like it's like $1,000 carpets, but they were very nice quality. And this building right here is a senior retirement center. Because, you know, because when like you're old, you want everything walking distance. And then here is Shirley Williams. You can buy your paint. MG Insurance. So what they do is they're like more of an insurance broker. So you go there and then and they can compare multiple insurance plans for you. There is a Mexican grocery store here, and I've never been there, so I can't tell you if it's good or not, because I normally go to the one in Hilltop, because the one in Hilltop is huge. Why did it turn me around? There, get out of the store. And then this has a Boost Mobile, another tax service, Liberty Tax. You mean more, just more businesses. And this right here is a little park where you can sit and just relax. And this is like a crematory, so if you die, this is where like we can creme you. So don't drinking too much in college or we'll cremate you there. In this Seek place, it helps hundreds of people get jobs in like factory work and all that other kind of businesses, because a lot of the Hispanics that live in this neighborhood, they work in the factories and stuff, and like Fridley and Blaine. So you know what I mean? So there's that in that place, Montoon, they teach people how to drive. And Metro by T-Mobile is another low-income place to get your phone service. And then there is a barber shop. And Bill, I'll tell you once you get down there more. And Pro Billiards and Burger Dinner. That place it has hundreds of, not hundreds, but I'm making it sound bigger than it is. But it has like maybe 20 pool tables, and you can go there and you can play pool and all this kind of other stuff. And it's just like an amazing place to go entertain yourself, have fun. You mean it's a really, really, really good place. And I go there with my friend Paul, and we have fun, and we do all this stuff together. It's a really, really great place. Come on, Google Maps. And now this is where people in Columbia Heights kind of do their shopping. See here, there's a brewery coming in here. There's an autism center here that teaches kids how to manage their autism. We have a Family Dollar to buy our groceries at. We have Great Moon Buffet. Discount 70. People love that store because they go to places like Amazon, the Amazon warehouse, the Target warehouse, the Walmart warehouse, and whatever can't sell there, Discount 70 buys, and Discount 70 sells it at a cheaper price because they buy things in such big bulk that other stores don't want, and they sell it here. So I go in there, you can find furniture, you can find dishes, you can find clothes, you can find body wash, shampoo. That, like, I went in there the other day, they had one that made you smell like pickles. Shampoo that made you smell like pickles, but it was a guy's shampoo. But females, of course, they have better smelling smell. And this furniture store here is owned by Discount 70. And then this right here, behind this old Fairview building, there is a mass of parking ramp that people that don't live in the city don't know about it. It's like a huge parking ramp that's owned by the city of Columbia Heights. So then you can go there, you can park for free, and then you can like eat and party, and a lot of people don't know about it because this old Fairview office that they're not using anymore because Emma Fairview is for sale, so they're selling some of their buildings because they don't need so many anymore because they're for sale because they're not making money. So you mean so they're selling this office, but behind it there's a big parking ramp that people don't know exist. And then right back here, this apartment back here is where a lot of low-income seniors live and people with disabilities. So like so if like you're disabled or like you have or you're senior over 65, you can live there. I call it the White Tower because it's like white, and some days it's the color makes a brick look more white, and some days it makes it look more gray. And the gray part of this building is the senior part, and the white part of the building back here on top here, that is the disabled part of the building. So because seniors mostly have more money and they contribute more to society by the time they get that age than disabled people do, so they put the seniors here in the nice view where they can see the parking lot, and there's a park back there they can see, and you know what I mean? Well, the disabled people, because they don't contribute too much to society, a lot of them, they put them in the old part of the building back here in the White Tower part. So and now this is the Columbia Heights City Hall. So above here, there's a bunch, this whole building is full studio apartments. So this parking garage here is made for the city hall. So if but anyone can park there because the city hall is public property. So if you come to party in Columbia Heights, and have fun at our bars and stuff, you can park underneath. If you don't feel comfortable parking in the ramp, you can park underneath the city hall, but you have to pay. The ramp is free, but underneath the city hall you still have to pay, but at least it offers you parking. And above in these apartments here, they're all studio apartments. They're made for single people, or they're a couple getting their first apartment, and they're very cool. And each studio has their own bathroom and their own closet. But every 4 studios have to share a laundry room and a living room. So what happens is, so it reminds me of like a college campus. So when you walk into your room, you'll walk into like a living room and a laundry room. And then you see 4 other doors that have like lock keys and stuff. And then you walk into your part of the 4-room section. And then once you walk in, you walk into your section of the section that has like a bathroom, and it has a closet, and it has a sleeping area. So everyone still gets their own bathroom, but you just have to share a living room and a washing facility with people. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of made for college kids staying at the U of M, this whole building, because you can't, and then it's only like 4 or 5 rooms attached to a center room, and then another room gets 4 or 5 rooms attached to a center room. Another 4 or 5 rooms get attached to a center room. So this apartment building is really made for U of M students, because you don't need a fancy place when you're a U of M student. You don't need, or a young person starting off with your life by yourself. You don't need a fancy place. So this is just a place where you can come, lay your head down, do like you're studying, and go to class. And I really like this place. And Columbia Heights is trying to modernize itself so more young people feel comfortable living here. And then here, there's a dog training place. There's an Asian restaurant here. This Landmark Personnel here, they sell personnel. They sell signs and business signs, and so if you're going to start a bar, you want to go to them because they will sell signs for you to buy for your bar, or that kind of stuff. Like it says Miller Lite or whatever, Buzz Light, that kind of stuff. And this place, let's see, it's called the Ratio. Okay. And it's a beautiful place. And this unit right down here, they're trying to put a store in there because it's supposed to be an apartment with a city hall and a store. And this Dairy Queen, and oh yeah, right here is the pull-in spot for the apartment parking ground. Each unit, it doesn't come with parking, but you have the option to buy it, because they do it that way because technically you live on the 10 bus line and you technically don't need parking. So parking is a luxury and back here, this gray building, that's in a basic apartment building. And this Dairy Queen is only open during summers because in the winters, not a lot of people, are like, woohoo, let's go eat cold food. And this is the theater. So here they do plays to entertain college students or senior citizens. So it's a very good place to like get a play and stuff. And this is another barber shop, so you have plenty of places to cut your hair. And this right here is a low income building, so if you're senior or you're disabled, that's where you want to live. And it's not really on Google Maps because they don't want hundreds of people to know about it, and you have to call the county Human Services Department in Blaine, and they will help you get connected to that building. And this is another haircut place. Central's Cut and Design. Let's see. I don't know what this place is. Oh, yep, that's another body shop. Yeah, if I just read it. Because a few years ago, they redid the street, so now it looks very nice. And now this is the Columbia Heights Public Library. It's a part of Anoka County Public Library System. And there's Wi-Fi in the parking lot. So if the library is closed, college students and University of Minnesota students can still do their homework in the parking lot. And there's cameras in the parking lot. And then during the day, you can come in here and do your homework. There's free Wi-Fi and stuff. In our library systems, the services are not as locked down as like Hennepin County or Ramsey County because our county's smaller. So when you walk in, you can just hit, it'll just pop up Columbia Heights Public Library, Wi-Fi. You click on it, boom, you're right on. You don't need like 30 or 40 different passwords. So coming to this line, if you're a University of Minnesota student, coming to the Columbia Heights Public Library right on the 10 bus is way better than going to the ones in downtown Minneapolis or the ones in downtown St. Paul, where they're more restrictive of who's using it. And this place right here lets you rent out tools and stuff, like they have snow blowers, golf carts, lawnmowers, bobcats, any kind of construction tools you need. And this is fish and chip, means our hook, fish, and chip. These guys, hook, fish, and chip. Let me see. Okay, hook, fish, and chicken. That's okay. That's their real name. I just call it based on the big words here. Yep, hook, fish, and chicken. These guys have restaurant in Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, New Hope, Robbinsdale. You know when you're in an African American neighborhood when you see this restaurant, because they don't, like, so far they haven't opened one in Maple Grove yet. They haven't opened one in Plymouth yet. They haven't opened one up in Wayzata yet. So they're more in, like, right now, minority neighborhoods. But I'm gonna tell you, their food is delicious. Okay, they never have a beautiful building. They never, ever, ever, ever have a beautiful building. But their food is very, very good. And now this is one of our corporate car fixing places. Bobby and Steve's Auto World. And they also own a gas station. Over here. And if you have a Walmart Plus membership, you can actually get a discount at Bobby's and Steve's Auto World's gas station, because they're the company that they pay a license fee to use, like for the horse symbol. They were bought out by Walmart. So So like when you go there to buy gas, if you have like a Walmart Plus membership, you can actually go there and actually, get discount on gas, or Sam's Club in Fridley. You can also go to Sam's Club in Fridley. And then you have O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Sorry. And then here is a car dealership. Yes, it's not the fanciest car dealership, but Columbia Heights has a car dealership because when this car dealership is so old, when this dealership was built, people didn't really have that many people could afford cars. So that's why the dealership is small. And then right here, right here is a Somalian health clinic. It's called Access Family Clinic. And it's made for the Somalian community, so the Somalian community can have someplace to get health care that's affordable, and it's a very good place. And right here now, it's called Central Market, and Central Market sells like Somalian food and Somalian drinks. So then they can actually have someplace to buy it and eat food. And this is CVS. Everyone knows this is now Northeast Minneapolis. CVS is like, so if you come here, prepare to pay for bags. CVS, sells pharmacy stuff, food stuff, healthy stuff. And then this Wings Financial Credit Union helps low-income people, disabled people, University of Minnesota students have someplace to save their money. Credit unions and banks are completely different. Credit unions, they get subsidized by the federal government, so there's certain things they can't do with your money that banks can't. That banks can't do, and credit unions can do some things that banks can't. So credit unions are good for you starting off your money savings journey because they're not as corrupt, and they're not as, right now the big banks are failing. Well, the credit unions are not failing because the credit unions have to follow different rules because they get state funding compared to the big banks like Wells Fargo, US Bank, Huntington Bank. So when I'm helping homeless people in downtown at Minneapolis Central Library, I tell them to take the 10 bus and come to Wings Credit Union. I tell them literally to come here and start an account, so when they start working, they can put their money there, and then they can take the 10 bus here to get their money, deposit their money, and the 10 bus runs 24 hours a day. So they can always get here to get their money. And then here's another chiropractor. That's what I'm saying, that this Central has hundreds of things to do. And right here is Columbia Park. It has a mini golf course. It has a golf course, it has a playground. You can throw birthday parties there. And this train track is for the North Star train / the oil tankers that come through. And they also ship things from Amazon here because right behind these trees, there's a big exchange point where they take stuff from off the North Dakota track and they put it on the Chicago track. And then they also take the oil tankers off and put them on a different track that go to St. Paul where the oil can be processed. So, and then over here is just a bunch of single family homes and a bunch of apartments too. And see right here, this development separates Columbia Heights from Northeast. Oops. And then here's some more basic apartments. So you see these apartments, they have their parkings in the back. Because when they built them, you want everyone driving by to see a parking lot. So here is where they have their beautiful grass, and in the back is where they have their parking. Because you don't want everyone seeing your building, seeing an ugly parking lot. So this building right here is a lot of low-income people live in, and University of Minnesota students live in. And then right here, there's a random single-family home. And then right in here, I technically don't know what's in here, but in here, they have like a bunch of medical offices, like mom pa medical offices. So I don't know what's really in there because I never really needed to go. But I see a lot of people, a lot of seniors going in there for their medical treatments. Then here's more basic apartment buildings. And then Columbia Park is right there. So then like you have no excuse not to get your exercises. When you live next to Columbia Park, you have no excuse to be fat. So now here in Northeast is more of a like African American and Hispanic American like community. There's some, it's more mixed, but when you look at the businesses, you're going to know who's in charge. And this is a flower shop. So you can buy flour there and flowers there, and they have a brewery, they sell alcohol. It's a good time. And then see how here there's little like your corner stores. That's what I like about Minneapolis. And see you have a little coffee shop. So if you don't want to go away to Columbia Heights or you don't want to go away to the U of M campus, you can come to this mom and pop coffee shop and just meditate and do your school stuff and just live your life. And see how people are going for a walk because they're probably coming from Northeast, just just doing their walk. See over here, there's more basic apartments. These ones, I don't know if they have parking or not. I never checked. Never checked. And then some of these are just people actually live in these. Like some of these, like you see these, they're not businesses anymore. They're actually, Minneapolis actually let them become residential. So you'll see people walk into here with like groceries and stuff. And you're like, what the heck's happening? Because some of these now, they're no longer business buildings or you can actually live in them. So, but from the outside, the owner never really did updates. So, make it look more homey. So it looks like they live in an office building. But they don't. It's actually a home. And some of them actually do have offices in them. And because people can work from home, you now have to actually call them and ask. Yep, this is a church. And the reason why there's a fence around this church is because sometimes homeless people, they'll go in there and sleep in the parking lot and cause problems. Because this is Minneapolis and homeless people like to sleep on the bus and the trains and and then anywhere they can find a parking spot to sleep, they'll sleep. And then right here, this is a mosque for the Muslim community. They do like different kind of prayers. They do Middle Eastern methods, they do Somalian methods. They do methods of all different kinds. And then see how here there's just a bunch and a bunch and a bunch of single family homes. Let's see what this says. Okay, I have never seen anyone enter or leave this building. I could be wrong. I never seen people leave or enter that building. So that's all from my perspective. And then this building too, I have never seen anyone leave or come from it. So it could literally still be this business, but I have never seen anyone leave or come from it. So if you need some place to bum, that's a good place to bum because I don't ever see anyone come in and out of it. And now this is like, like you're a welder, you weld, you make buildings out of glass or you make glass projects. this is a place to come because a lot of Hispanics and African Americans over here are in the trades. So, and they need it for their job. And I'm proud of them because they're making money and they're not letting no one stop them. See, here you can get your car fixed and a lot of, and now this place, this Prime place, I found it really interesting when I first went in there. Because this place this place used to be an old gas station, but what they did was they turned it into an African American grocery store. So when you go in there, they sell a lot of African American foods, like chicken, buffalo wings. Pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? Everyone eats pizza. They sell and they have a Mexican restaurant in there. That because a Mexican restaurant rents out the extra space that the owner does not need, and it's a very, very, very good place to just go and get food. It's a good place to if like you live in this community, it's a good place to go. Because a lot of African American food is similar to what I eat. So when I go there, I don't mind. And then sometimes when I go there, I go to the Mexican restaurant that's in there because I like Mexican food. And then you can see the restaurant's banner right here on the wall. So now this place is a brewery. So this place technically has no parking. They just, like in the winter, they take down the tent and you can park here. But in the summer, they don't have no parking because they turn it into one big drinking party. And then I don't know what business is in there. So now you're getting closer to the northeast. And see how here there's more repair shops. And then here, let me see. Okay, looks like some kind of eatery. I've never been there before. So over here, this is the big loading dock I've been telling you about, where they switch the trains up and the items up. And then I have never been into this store yet. Okay, they fix furniture and stuff. Now, this is where they fix cars, as it says automotive. I know Central. There's so much automotive stuff. It's like weird. See, this is more of their shop. When I first moved to Central, I found it weird how many automotive shops they have, but then I'm not surprised because of all the things they do. And this building right here is if like you're homeless, you want to go to Salvation Army Minneapolis Central area, because this office here helps you get food. They help you find housing. They help you, and sometimes when it's really cold, they'll put homeless people in there and they kind of sleep on the wooden benches that are in there. They have church service. They have counselors. It's called Salvation Army Minneapolis Central Corps. Good. So I got it close. So like if like you're homeless, you're facing homelessness, or you're sleeping in your car, you want to come here because here they can help you. I don't know what their hours are, but you can come and you can look them up on Google Maps, and and you can call them and you can ask, because the Salvation Army is one of those services that if you don't call and ask, hey, can I get your help, they're not going to help you. And they're a very Christian organization. So if like you get help from them, they're going to expect you to go to church. They're going to expect you to do Christian-like things because that's a version of their nonprofit, and it's okay as long as like you're homeless and you're willing, and you're willing to accept their terms to be unhomeless. That's a choice you have to pay. And then here, this right here is another basic apartment building. Because right now you're technically in the very edges of Northeast. And I think this is a daycare, but I'm not sure. Okay, never mind. It's a church. I see a bunch of kids coming in and out of there, so I didn't know what it truly was. Because when I don't know what things are truly are, I'm not gonna lie my ass out to you. And then here, you're gonna get more auto parts stores. Yes, that's the second auto zone down Central. And then here, you're going to get another auto store. And see, at least down here, some of the businesses have parking. Because in Minneapolis, parking's a premium. If you're poor, you don't get parking. That's my joke. And this is another Walgreens. Hilltop had a Walgreens, and now Northeast has a Walgreens. Each Walgreens is different. It's better for different purposes. Like for example, if you want a minute clinic, and you want good care right away, you want to go to the Walgreens in Hilltop, because the Walgreens in Hilltop, they have a minute clinic, so you can get service out and in quickly. If your kid's sick or if you're sick or whatever that kind of stuff is. But their Walgreens has less food options, has less medicine options, has less options in the store. The one here in Northeast Minneapolis, the store, they don't have a minute clinic, but they have more options in their store. They have more food options. They have more medicine options. They have more treatment options, like for pills. So it depends. So each Walgreens is different. And then the CVS on Central, the one we passed, it doesn't have a clinic in it. It just sells pills. So in medicines and lotions and stuff. So you can also go there, but if like you need a minute clinic, just go to the Walgreens in Central. And then this right here is another basic apartment. And see, this one you park underneath because the land in Minneapolis is so expensive that they had to put people on top and parking in the bottom. But you're paying premium for the parking because it's Minneapolis. Sorry, I make little songs to myself because when I first moved to Minneapolis, I was like almost crap myself when I figured out how much people pay for parking here. And here's another car fixing place. And then you get a lot of like Mexican restaurants down here because you're leaving the African American section and Somalian section and you're going into like the Mexican section of the neighborhood. And then here so if like you're allergic to like how am I say this? Perfumes, like lavender perfumes, you want to take medicine with you before you go to the East Side Food Co-op, because when I don't really get allergic. Like my mom and some of my family have very strong certain chemicals spray in the air, irritate their throat and make it swell up. So when I went to this East Side Food Co-op, they put so much fucking lavender in the air. So they put so much lavender in the air. When I went in there, it kind of my throat started activating and started squeezing shut. So I had to like ditch my car, walk outside, start breathing fresh air in, because I didn't want to die in a freaking food co-op. And then, I let some fresh air come in and I continued breathing. Security guards said if I was okay, and I told them yes. The fumes in there just were clogging my throat and I wanted to breathe. So then I went back inside, I put my water back and I just left, and I just went to Walgreens because the whatever they put in there to make the store smell like lavender and natural or whatever, it's just not good for my throat. But if like you're not like me, that's the best place to get food in Northeast Minneapolis. If like you don't want to go to the University of Minnesota campus, because it has everything you need: chips, ice cream, soda. It's not a lot of choices. Lunds and Barley's on University of Minnesota campus has more choices, but if you don't shop here, you have to take the 10 bus all the way to Columbia Heights or to Fridley, or take the bus all the way down to Northeast Minneapolis. So there's not a lot of food choices here. And of course, you have your liquor, so you can get wasted, woohoo, and forget about your problems for 10 minutes. And then you have more problems than what you started with, woohoo. Go drinking. And then this is like another Somalian culture center. They help them like with jobs and how to avoid hate crimes and all the tedious stuff that they can't control. And then here's like a small laundromat, and you mean. So this Total Wireless, Total Wireless is a company. It's a phone service down in Mexico. So like so what happens is it makes sense because if like you go between the United States and Mexico a lot, you want a phone service that'll work in both countries. So so then they get it. So then when they go in between the United States and Mexico, or whatever country totals in North and South America, they're going to have phone service because you don't want to go someplace and not have phone service. And then this Holy Land, it's a Middle Eastern grocery store. And then see how there's like all these little bars for you guys to go to and get wasted at. A lot of them are Hispanic based because it's a Hispanic community. And Boost Mobile, another low income spot for low income people to get, cell phone service. And see how here there's more Mexican restaurants and then if you want to catch on the 32 bus, you stand right here next to Roseland's place. See where that bench is? This is where the 32 bus, and the 32 bus goes that way. It will take you to St. Anthony and Roseville, and then once you're in Roseville, you can take a bus to downtown St. Paul. If you go that way, it will take you into Northeast Minneapolis all the way to Robbinsdale. So if like you want a Hy-Vee, or if you want a Club Foods, or you want like bigger chain stores, you hop on the 32. You can go that way towards Robbinsdale. But if you want a Target, and you want a Walmart, and you want a Sam's Club and stuff, you can hop on this bus and head towards St. Anthony and Roseville. Where like once you're in Roseville, you can take the bus to St. Paul. And the 32 runs on weekends and all that stuff. And then here's more Mexican places. I have not tried all these yet because I mostly stay in Columbia Heights and Fridley. Because I barely come down here. I only come down here like maybe once or twice a week. And that is like barely. And then, here there's like a bunch of like businesses, like small mom and pop businesses that help with tutoring. And it's if you could afford it, if you want your kids to go into tutoring, definitely if you're immigrant here, because it will and then let me see how there's a dental here, and not right there, right in here somewhere there's a lab where when I worked at the Mall of America and I was living in downtown, where I had to go get my drug test. Because, Mall of America doesn't want drug addicts, working at the mall. So I came here to the strip mall in here. There's like a little lab in here. It's not here on Google Maps, but there's a little lab in here. I took the 10 bus from downtown Minneapolis, went here, did my P test, and then after they sent it to the Mall of America, I stopped here at like this grocery store here because I was thirsty because I was drinking my water. They gave me a little pee pill that peed all my fluids. So now I'm like very thirsty. So then I came here and bought what's it called? Mandarin juice. And now right here, this is called Central Clinic. And this Central Clinic here is it's almost like a Walgreens Minute Clinic. You walk in, you do your service, and you walk out. And this place, some days when they're having like discount days, there's like a line going around around the building. Because a lot of Hispanics, African Americans, even white people and Asians who work blue collar jobs, sometimes they don't have health insurance. So if you don't have health insurance, you go to a place like Walgreens in Hilltop and you pay with cash, or like you come to Central Clinic here and you pay with cash. And of course, some of them do have insurance. Like you can also use insurance here. But I'm trying to give the example because if you're a college student and you don't have, good insurance, or you're just a bartender on the side, you're part-time, your parents don't insurance you anymore, and you get sick, you want to go to the Central Clinic. You want to. Or you're going to die from illnesses. And then here, there's a bunch of businesses there's like an insurance agency like this, like Huggins Insurance Agency. They don't sell one insurance plan. So they're called insurance broker, like the one I have in Columbia Heights, where you go in there and you say, hey, I want a health insurance plan because my job is not giving me one. And they compare like they'll give you, okay, for your health, you have these 5 options. For your car, you have these 6 options, for example. For your house, you have these 10 options. And what you do is you pick the plans that work best for you, and then they help you get insurance because insurance is a very complicated, evil industry, and and aha, look at bingo, woohoo! You can play bingo. I love bingo, and I love. In this other company here, they're another Mexico, South American cell phone provider service. And then they have an Anytime Fitness. So like you can go, so when you live in Northeast, you can come to Anytime Fitness, or you can take the bus to Planet Fitness, or drive. I bus everywhere, so that's why I keep saying bus, bus, bus. And then but if you live in Minneapolis, it's worth busing because keeping your car at home and just busing everywhere and until you get to Columbia Heights, parking in Minneapolis is a premium because Minneapolis hates cars. They just discriminate against people with cars. And now this is the Northeast Minneapolis Library on Central. So then, if you don't want to go to the one in Columbia Heights, you can go and come to this one. But the one in Hennepin County, this library in Hennepin County is a little bit more restrictive. Like you need a library card to use the Wi-Fi. You need to be a Minneapolis/Hennepin County resident to use the Wi-Fi. Well, the one in Columbia Heights, yeah, it's a little bit further down the road, but my library, anyone can use it. Just hop on the Wi-Fi in the parking lot, walk in, hop in the Wi-Fi. There's no restrictions according to Hennepin, compared to Hennepin, but because this library is used by double the amount of people, this library gets double the amount of traffic. So they need to protect themselves, because my library is way smaller than the amount of traffic than that library gets. And then here's, some more apartments. And then down here, there's a bunch of like businesses and an apartment like this in Minneapolis is premium. It's so premium. It's H&R Block to help you do your taxes, guys. Apartment like this in Minneapolis, it's so beautiful and it's so premium. It's totally worth your rent. In Minneapolis, it's worth paying extra for underground parking. It it truly is. If you have the money, pay for a newer apartment building that comes with underground parking. And then here's more shops, and there's more apartments above here. And then see how here they put the driveway for the apartment underground parking right in the middle of the building to make it kind of unique. Because in Minneapolis, if you put it here in the edge, it'll cause too many accidents, and you put on that edge, it'll cause too many accidents. So if you put in the middle, the sucky part about this is if you're not coming north to south, you won't be able to get into your parking easily. So what happens is you'll have to go from south to north, go do a U-turn, and then like you can go north to south to get into your lot. But in Minneapolis, you just have to be happy that's there because the building can said no parking, and then you'll be screwed. In Minneapolis, never, in my opinion, if you can, never apply for an apartment that doesn't come with parking or doesn't have parking access if you can afford it. If you can't, find any place to live, but if you can, find someplace with parking. I never really went to Half Fancy before because I have so many burger places in Columbia Heights on this bus route. I never really come down here to eat because I just eat in Columbia Heights and just, and then in this this bookstore, I have never been in it before, but this Magus bookstore sells books, like physical books, to the African American community. So it's a very popular, like, that's why, there's one, two cop cars in front of it, because the cop cars, because this Magus bookstore gets attacked by a lot of anti-African American people because of the books they sell. And then here's another basic apartment building, and see how they don't have AC, because you can tell because of the brick, the unit in their window. Be lucky. When I lived in Minneapolis, I lived in downtown in the LaSalle building, and I was just blessed that the owner of the LaSalle building invested in their building all the time, so I never really needed window AC. And this building right here, it's called Park Skyview. And this place is it's a low income place for seniors. So if like you're over 62 and you need a place to live, you can come here and they'll give you food, they will give you clothing, they'll give you shelter, there's church service. It's a very nice place for seniors who are low income and living off Social Security to live. This place is very nice, so that's why there's a little weird thing down here, and it's up here. But the people are up here because the good thing is this building is one of the tallest in the Northeast neighborhood. In this section, you get to view all the single family homes on the back of the building, and you get some beautiful views. Here's a car wash, yeah. Working at the car wash, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, 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 ooh. From Shark Tales. Everyone, sorry, that song was, I don't wanna be rich. Do 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 do. And here's another dental's office. And that song makes working at a car wash seem amazing. But we all know scrubbing people's cars is not amazing. Oh, dang it, that daycare closed. Because I can tell, because a regular daycare won't have weeds in the parking lot. And then tires. Need your tires. And now, right now, you're kind of in the roughest spot of Northeast. But and then in these like old warehouses, there's like mom and pop stores. There's like coffee shops. These buildings, what will save them is they just need a new coat of paint. Northeast, some of the buildings just need a new coat of paint. Because this building to me, because this is a historic building, if they just repainted it, like it would make the building look pretty cool. They just need, oh look at some free parking. Here's the company. Improving. So I chose this area on purpose because I like Columbia Heights more than Northeast because Columbia Heights has all the same kind of restaurants. Oh, look at there's a train track. Woo, train going over the track, the oil. So they sort all this down up by my house. So ready to go now. Once you go under this bridge, so the Google truck must got stuck. So now you're getting more to the U of M campus, right here. Okay, wrong way, this way. I got it to move, but not the way I want it to. Okay, now I'm going the right way. So now you're getting closer to the U of M campus, right here. And see how back there there's, oh, let me see how there's single family homes for you to rent. There's a diner. So you when you want to party at 1 a.m. See buildings like this in Northeast, these abandoned buildings, if they would buy them, bulldoze them down, and put nice apartments up for University of Minnesota students, it would like increase the neighborhood here 100%. And repainting some of the buildings, and you mean, okay, cool, you can buy truck parks there. That's why, see, because to me, I'm learning myself because I like, as a visually impaired man, as you're walking down the street, you don't really see everything. So the good thing about the reason why I make these videos are because, I like to, when I'm looking down the thing, you can also see what I'm looking at. See these apartments here, the view, the pretty side is not this side. But if you get the other side, you get to see the train tracks and you get to see a bunch of single family homes. So if you ever stay in these, do not decide on this side, get this view on the other. Because over there you see a lot of mom and pop businesses and you can see a bunch of single family homes. What the fuck? Okay, okay. Let's go. Sorry, my internet's being dumb. Come on, Google. Okay, so let's go down. See how Central turns? So like the whole time we have been turning and you guys have not been knowing. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Yes, the road's also called Highway 65 because it's always been that way for me. It's weird. Okay, let's go down here. Sorry guys for this. Come on. I want to show them my view. There we go. Oh, yes, we're in a single family development now. Well, at least you guys get to see some apartments. Okay. Let's click back there. Let's see. Let's go to, what's that place called? The pizza place. No, let's go to the German store. There we go. Right here. So, okay. Okay, I kind of showed you guys all this. Let's start. No, I already showed you all that. I already showed you the pizza, football pizza. Central apartments, central car wash, the senior place. We went over the tracks. Okay, let's start off here. Yay, Minneapolis property management. Come on. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Why are you not letting me out? Come on, I have a video to film. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, let's see if it'll let me out of this parking lot. Yay! Now we continue our horrible tour. Once I get on the other side of the bridge, I can click on something there. And then because the Google image only goes so far, and then it stops because, you know, I'm not using it for the right purpose. You know, this is you're not supposed to go like 2 hours down. And then right in here, there's a Snap Fitness and some other qualities of stuff so college students can work out. Okay, no, we want that way. Okay, let's go back. Let's see what those apartments are called. Oh, God, this is ruining my video. Well. Okay, here it is. We'll start off here. So that's pretty much central, you guys. It's okay. It's just, you know, okay, so over there's the main campus. You guys kind of get it. You guys kind of got it. So you guys go down here. Let's just go down. And see how the road kind of just turns. And now let's just go to Lunds and Barley so I can show you this part of Central. And then, because this is where So in my opinion, everything here, because this road right here will take you, and this road here will take you through right through the University of Minnesota campus. So in my opinion, London Barley Steer here starts, the University of Minnesota campus and goes that way. Well, thank you guys for watching this video today. I appreciate it. And sorry for the little glitches. If the thing gets a sign from God that, you guys kind of get the point. I thank you for watching if you guys stayed this long. And one of these, like, I was going to film something live walking from my house all the way down here. But then I realized it's going to be like a 2 to 3 hour, like, live stream of Central. And I'm like, so no matter if I do it this way or no matter if I do it another way, you mean it's going to be like 2 to 3 hours. So, and I thought like on a cold, like the summer when I actually can get out and move, I will do the live stream. But in winter when it's 29 degrees, I don't want to go that far with my camera freezing up my butt off. So I hope that actually helped you guys, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye bye.